Hello there, my fellow thieves, nobles, scavengers and scoundrels. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to Ashalo TV. Today I'm gonna give you my in-depth guide if it comes to Kingdom Comes Deliverance and what is the best starters kit you can have if it comes to the best loot, armor sets and grocery capacity that you can find very early on into the game itself. This game has a lot of hidden secrets left and right, but of course these are the best ones you can have if you want to have a little bit more of an easier time if you are starting the game for the very first time. Any more question you can have, you can always reach me on the comments down below. Now we're not going to waste any more of our time. We're going to go straight to the chapter itself because we got a lot of grounds to cover, a lot of things to need to showcase to you. First thing first, at the start of the game itself, you're going to find yourself this gambling staple of your fellow mates. Go past through it, you're going to see a cave there, and inside of the cave you're going to see, of course, this chest here. What we're going to do with this chest, we're going to store all of our grotions because we'll be coming back here later on to get our grotions back. So store every single grotion that you have and let's proceed. At this point of the game, after we finish the tutorial, we're going to speak with Power. We're going to have information about Tomcat, who's going to give us the Master Strike. We're going to deplete all her dialogues until we have information about armors, how we can acquire them. She's going to give us, of course, a lockpick, which is going to be important for us. And we're going to talk about how we can get ourselves a few grotions, get money scheme going on. She's going to provide her with her kindness with a few grotions for us to have. Still at Trusky, we're going to find yourself in this barn right here on the map, like I'm showcasing to you. You're going to get, of course, the Skalitz axe. From this location, we're going to get ourselves the best food in the market itself. It's going to feed some honey. It's going to be on the backside of the carpenter's house itself, just literally next to the tailor, this house here. You're going to find all these beehives here. Rob them because honey does not spoil in this game. So you're going to find yourself the best food for your hunger to deal with into Kingdom Comes itself. From this position, we're going to go more eastwards from Trusky itself. When I'm showcasing on a map, more southeastwards, all the way down, you're gonna find yourself a hog that is dead on the ground on the opposite side of the farm. It's actually in this position here, where we are of course going to loot it. This hog right here, like I'm showcasing in geolocation right now, exactly in this position, is gonna find a golden ring, and this golden ring, of course, we're going to loot with the hunter's belt and shoes. After that, we're gonna go back to Trusky. We're gonna skip down into midnight, past midnight, around 2 o'clock. And then at this point, we're gonna rob the tailor's house. Now, the tailor's house is gonna be locked by 2 lockpicks, very easy accessibility. So we're going to exploit this ability by following the yellow cursor all the way around. Be careful you do not break your lockpick. At this point, I advise you, of course, to save if it's the first time doing the lockpick thing. So you get a hang of it just a little bit. Once you do, you enter the first door. Then you open the second one. You're gonna have 3 people inside. One is the guard, one is the tailor itself with his wife. We are going to deal with 2 of them. The most important one is gonna be the tailor. The easiest one to get access towards the key house is gonna be the hired hand. We're gonna, of course, make sure he's unconscious. We're gonna rob his key because this key gonna give us access to the houses itself, but not to the chest itself. As you can see, this chest here is gonna be locked. For able to have this, you need to have the tailor's key itself. And he has a very unique key. He has 2 keys around him. So once again, save and repeat this process. He has literally 2 keys. One of them is for the house itself. One of them is for the unique chests. So this one we are going to take. Once we have them, of course, we are going to loot the keys that we truly need. And how are you going to know that you are successful is, of course, is by going to the heart chest itself. You're going to find, of course, that it's not accessible itself. That's how you know you have the right keys. We're going to keep looking for it. And this is the second one. And there we go. As you can see right now, this chest here is going to be accessible for us to loot now. Now this one is just what we need, but we're going to take it with the groceries that has inside. But the second chest that we have into the most house is one we're going to take. Now when we have our 100 groceries and a few items that we can sell afterwards, and to the thief vendor we're going to meet later on, we're going to go across the tailor's house to his working space, and there we're going to find all the tailor equipment that we need for us to take. Now on the shell itself, you're gonna find a different form of armor sets. If you didn't manage to find or take the tailor's key, you're gonna pick yourself those armor sets. You're gonna give you around 17 charisma. But what we need is the one on this chest right here. All this equipment here, if you manage to get the tailor's key itself, is going to be accessible for you. You're not only going to have nobility clothing style, fitting clothing style, you're going to have as well wandering pouches, you're going to have gear sets for your horse, and etc, and a shit ton of groschen as well you're going to take. So you're going to take all of this, and eventually you're going to equip the gear set that we want. At this point you're going to have 23 around 23 charm, and afterwards we're gonna march yourself to this location right here, and we're gonna get ourselves, of course, the dagger, and of course we're gonna get ourselves the bane potion. From this position, afterwards we're gonna continue again more southwards until we reach Semin itself. For Semin, we are going to literally march ourselves southwards towards the very first shelter. We found the knife, and we reach all the way to Semin here. All of this has happened, of course, after we looted the entire tailor's house completely to the ground and managed to get ourselves the clothing styles that we needed, so we can get around 23 charm charisma already. From this point we are going to sleep around 10 o'clock, so then all the stores in the game are going to be open, all the vendors are going to be accessible. From this point we're going to go to Semin, and we're going to find ourselves Pebbles, our very first mount that we managed to get into the game itself. We interact with Pebbles, so you're gonna have a little chatty dialogue. It's like, oh, that's my horse, etc, and etc. After this dialogue is of course finished, we're gonna go to the horse seller itself, the groomer. I'm gonna deplete his dialogue, and we're gonna choose the option that's going to allow us to get this horse easily. Because we have such a high charisma itself, this dialogue becomes successful for us to be able to have. You need around 17 charm to do so, but the clothing style that we have, with the ring that we have, we're always gonna have around 23 charisma. So this dialogue becomes extremely easy for us to able to achieve. And like this, you got yourself Pebbles 100% complete for free. You got your gear sets, you got your Pebbles, and you already have a few 100 groshens, 1000 groshens in your pockets. From the Semin, you're gonna walk yourself westwards to the nomadic camp. The easiest way to find this is to find the Tomcat's checkpoints marker, and you're gonna get yourself straight to the nomadic camps, because Tomcat is gonna find himself in the nomadic camps. While we're going here, because now we're gonna sell all the gear sets that is been stolen from this fence, and here we're gonna sell every single thing. That is the only one with another thief vendor who are able to sell all of our gear sets. Once we did that, of course, we're gonna go back to Semin itself, and we're gonna rest again. This time we're gonna try to find ourselves some armor set and of course some little bit better weapons that we have right now. Once again, the technique is still the same. We are going to rest all the way to the midnight. We're gonna rest until past midnight, so we make sure that every single person is 100% asleep. So we're gonna rest nicely here, and then we're gonna proceed and looting one guard and 2 chests, and that's our goal at this point right now. If we're able to achieve that, we need to go into the barracks of Semin itself. Now the barracks is probably gonna have a little bit patrols around us, so we're gonna need to be a little bit careful, and we're gonna be a little bit smart how we approach every single thing. So once again, Semin is exactly right here on the map itself. It's westward of the nomadic camp and southward of Trotsky itself. So easy accessible, is literally in the middle of every single thing. Nice accessible checkpoints. After you find again Semin, we go to the barracks. Don't forget to equip your torch, because that is gonna alert the guard if you're walking around without a torch. And we're gonna go follow this path here. We're gonna go upwards the stairs exactly here. That's what we're gonna take. And once again, we are going to make sure that everyone is asleep, because we still have too much guards left and right that is still moving and still doing whatever that they want. So we're gonna make sure that everyone is 100% gone, because we don't want to get caught. It's gonna be completely unfortunate. There's another guard here. So if this is keep happening, the only thing you need to do is just wait an hour, then everybody should be asleep. for 100%. So we're gonna wait until 3 o'clock in the morning, and now we're going to go back up once again. See, he's guarding now his position. Normally shouldn't be guarding already, but it is what it is. Inside here we're gonna find 3 guards, both sleeping, and we're gonna have 2 chests. You can see it's they are locked against a very hard mode mechanics. Now you can try to kill them with your dagger, but it's not advisable because you might wake up the other guards. So the best trick is literally to rob them. Once again, save your game, and then of course proceed and robbing the one guard itself. And once you did that, you managed to rob him in a correct way. He only has gonna have 1 key, as the 1 key that we truly need is going to open up the both chests at the same time. So that's what we're going to do, and we're gonna try to get this key out of him. Not this one, and then it's this one. There we go. And then when we did that, we're gonna of course going to unlock this chest, get ourselves our weapons, get ourselves the gear sets, a little bit more protection for us to have. And we're gonna try to wrap the other chest as well. Try to maximize. We have all the gear sets we need, from swords, from just name it. From this position, we are going to walk out of here. I'm gonna go towards the stabler that is as well in this city itself, literally in a town just next door. This castle itself, you're gonna find yourself the stabler itself. Now we're gonna go to the back side of the stabler, and we are going to proceed and looting the stabler itself, and of course every single thing that he has in his house. Why? Because we want to have the best gear sets that is available for our mounts. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna enter his house, trying to be as sneaky as humanly fucking possible. I managed to go to the back side because there was a guard on the opposite side trying to look at me. So I went to the back side of the house itself. This house is only locked with an easy mode, very easy mode lockpick. So it's quite accessible for us to get in very early on to the game. But the vendor that we're going to need is going to have 2 keys. Remember that. Once again, it is exactly right here on the map. There's a settler and a Semin castle exactly right there. Like I said, it's very, very accessible and very close by with one another. Now we are going to rob only the vendor itself, the settler, the horse settler itself. Once again, my advice is to save, because he has 2 keys and he's a very sensible guy if it comes to robbing him. 1 key is of course linked towards the house itself, the house keys, and the other one is of course the keys towards the chests. That's the one we are going to take. That's the first key. If you want to test, of course, if it's working correctly, you're going to see on the chest itself it's not accessible, and that means of course that is the correct key for us to have. Now one of the chests is going to be one of the keys is going to make sure that those easy mode chests is going to be accessible, and the other key is going to make sure that the hard mode chest is not accessible. So that's why you know you found yourself the right keys. Because these doors are going to be accessible for you to enter with the other key. So we're not bothered to find ourselves the other keys, because we can literally lockpick them because they're simply easy to do. And of course we're going to open this one up, and we're going to take all the gear sets that we need if it comes to our horse, our drip, just name it, every single thing, better equipments, just name it. We're going to loot the whole 9 yard, and of course equip our horse and with the best equipments, and of course get ourselves more grotions into our pockets. Okay, let's make sure like this you have literally the best gear sets if it comes to the early on into the game itself. Like I said, you equip the horse with every single thing that you have, so you have the best drip for your horse as well, and your horse is a little bit more accessible. From this point, from the nomadic camp, after you sold every single thing that you managed to steal so far, the fencer is going to be right there. We're going to go to the opposite side there. That is where we started the game, and it is where we got ambushed. That is literally on the opposite side. That means the Normands have seen every single thing happening. So they actually the proof that we are innocent in this entire story. We are going to go there, and my advice is at this point in the game, try to travel as much as you can with Pebbles itself. Why is that? Because Pebbles needs to have 22 kilometers on his mileage, so he can manage to activate a unique perk. Once the perk is activated, Pebbles becomes quite OP if it comes to a horse itself. Pebbles will become a lot faster, a lot more mobile. Of course, has gonna have simply he will become one of the best, I would even say the best horse into the game itself. So at this point, and I literally just keep traveling wherever there is, always with Pebbles. So we're gonna go to the opposite side of the pond itself. We're gonna keep following the path that I'm showcasing you right now. There's no need to meet this time skip tip because it's literally not that far ahead from us. Just be careful because you are walking on rock side, so it's a little bit more obnoxious for a good horse here to gallop around. Once you do, you're just gonna follow the river side, follow the pond side until we reach our very first resting points. It's gonna be literally on the opposite side. We're gonna do the same concept. We are going to rest until midnight to make sure that every single person is asleep, so we can manage to loot every single thing much easier than expected. Do not worry about all these people. They are just fellow travelers. We are just going to rest, greet them nicely if you need to, or if you don't, just sleep, relax, tranquilo. Don't worry about the rest of the comedias and just sleep until midnight. Once you did that, that is another milestone you managed to achieve. So from this point, we're gonna go to the thieves camp. You're gonna have a lot of guards there. There are gonna be two of them. We're gonna be patrolling. One is gonna be patrolling inside of the camp itself, and the other one is gonna be patrolling a little bit on the outskirts itself. So we are gonna try to keep ourselves a little bit on the edge from every single thing that we are doing. We managed to get ourselves a dagger as well, and we're gonna get ourselves through. Once again, make sure you have your dagger equipped. That is the most important thing at this point right now, because it's going to make your life a little bit easier if you want to deal with one of the guards. You don't have to deal with all of them, you only have to deal with one of them. So we're going to approach the camp as silent as possible. So long we are in the dark, we're not activating any form of a torch. These guards will not see us, and we're just going to sneak around him and kill his bitch ass. That's what we're going to do. Once we do all of that, we're gonna sneak kill him, of course, and we're gonna drag him inside of the cave itself, the same cave that we put our grosh in itself. We're gonna put him there so he's not a lot of people paying attention towards him, and we're gonna drop him exactly right here. And then we're gonna proceed, of course, and looting not only the thief itself. Let's see what he has. It's always nice to have some few arrows for practicing our archery. And of course we are going to loot this chest, and we're going to find all of our grotions back. We're going to take all of this and of course the weighted dice. After this, mark yourself to the northern part of the nomadic camp, exactly right here on this location. You're going to find yourself 2 bags from this northern part of Zaworski. You're going to find a hidden treasure, and this hidden treasure you're going to find 2 bags inside of them. And one of the bags is going to have a golden necklace. The golden necklace pair himself perfectly, absolutely perfectly with the golden ring that we have. Get ourselves some few grotions and the silver cup. So next up, we're going to go on the eastern part of the Tawarski castle itself. We're going to find ourselves this hidden cave right here in Apollonia. And this hidden cave, we're going to find some few books and some crafting weapon from the long sword, a great sword, the Balthazar. One of the best swords you can craft early on into the game itself if you want to have a little bit of an upper hand if it comes to the game itself. Just follow the path that I'm giving you and I'm showcasing you on exactly on the right side here. You're going to find this bag, and that's where you're going to find everything that you need to find, from binoculars, from wines, from books, from of course from sketches that you need. Now from this position, we're gonna go once again north to Tawarski castle itself. You're gonna find yourself a herbalist that lives by himself. It is the best herbalist to find yourself the necessary plant, books and whatsoever you want to buy them. But if you don't want to buy them, just go enter his house and of course rob the shit out of him. You're gonna find yourself all the necessary crafting books, crafting equipments and learning equipments that you need. The thing is why I like to bring you over here is that if you're trying to rob the the pharmacists in the town itself of Trotsky, you're gonna have a shitty time if it comes to with the guard itself. If you aren't careful, the guard misspots you, and of course will lead you to being a wanted man, and for course your charisma is gonna become down, and you're gonna have a bad reputation just in general. So we're coming to this event right here because it's quite remote. No matter what happens, the guard will not be alerted, so you don't have to worry about any single thing. My advice is, of course, if you're trying to enter this house, deal with the dog first, and then afterwards rob the house, rob the person. Do not kill the person because he's still an innocent person. And then eventually proceed yourself and robbing this entire house. You're gonna find yourself the different potions, water, food, and of course you're gonna find yourself skill books for you to learn abundancy. Try to take that, learn everything you need to learn, with everything that you haven't learned yet, and of course proceed yourself forward. You want to get a hold yourself of a knight longsword sketchbook. Come to the blacksmith's house. On these shelves right here, you're gonna find yourself the sketchbook for the knight's longsword. And there you have it, guys, a quick guide how you can have the best starts if it comes to Kingdom Comes Deliverance 2. There's a ton more hidden secret left and right you can find within the game itself, but you are exactly on the right channel to find all those hidden secrets early on and accessible and easy for you to enjoy this beautiful game. Once again, if you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. Then you don't miss out on any more tips and tricks, guides, work videos, walkthroughs, live streams that we do abundantly within the channel itself. So thank you very much for being here and for chilling with me. Hopefully I can see every single one of you on the next installments and the next playthrough that we're doing, of course, within this channel itself. I'm your host, Yashalot. Welcome to Yashalot TV, and approve these measures. One love only, man. See you guys next time, man. Enjoy Kingdom Comes. Peace.